Hi everyone to another episode on Awesome Maths. Today we will solve two problems. The first one is like this. Solve for 1 by root 2 plus 1 plus 1 by root 3 plus root 2 plus 1 by 2 plus root 3. As discussed before, please do subscribe to my videos and also share them so that this content can reach out to more people. Okay. So now solving for this. So our first term here is 1 by root 2 plus 1. We will write answer. This is equal to nothing but we will try to rationalize the denominator here. So we put root 2 minus 1 above, right? So 1 into root 2 minus 1. So the denominator also has to be multiplied by the same number, right? Now what does this give us? So this gives us root 2 minus 1 divided by, now root 2 into root 2, that is equal to 2, plus 1 into root 2, so that is root 2, minus root 2, we have a minus root 2 here, plus 1 into minus 1, that is minus 1. Okay. So this is finally equal to root 2 minus 1 on top. These two will get cancelled. 2 minus 1, that is 1. So this is basically equal to root 2 minus 1. Right? Now we move on to a second expression. Now how do we simplify 1 by root 3 plus root 2? Similar process. We put 1 into root 3 minus root 2 on top. This will be root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 minus root 2. Okay. So on top we will have root 3 minus root 2 and divided by root 3 into 3 will give us 3, right? Root 2 into root 3. So plus root 2 into root 3 is root 6 minus root 3 into root 2. So that is minus root 6. Plus root 2 minus root 2, multiplying these two together gives us minus 2. So these two will get cancelled. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So this is nothing but root 3 minus root 2. Fair? Divided by 1. So I am not specifying that here. It is just equal to root 3 minus root 2. Now a third expression, that is what is 1 divided by 2 plus root 3. Right? So 1 divided by 2 plus root 3 is equal to 1 into 2 minus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. This gives us 2 minus root 3. Now we multiply this. 2 into 2 is 4 plus root 3 into 2. So that is plus 2 into root 3 minus 2 into root 3 minus plus root 3 into minus root 3 is minus 3. So these two will get cancelled. Again 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. So this is nothing but 2 minus root 3. Right? So these expressions, when we add them all up, right? So the answer to our question, I'll put it fully here. Hence 1 by root 2 plus 1 plus 1 by root 3 plus root 2 plus 1 by 2 plus root 3 is equal to nothing but, in fact let us put it in our next line, is equal to, so first answer is this root 2 minus 1 which we had simplified is equal to root 2 minus 1 plus root 3 minus root 2 plus 2 minus root 3. So we cancel out root 3, we cancel out root 2. So what do we have remaining? We have minus 1 plus 2, right? Which is equal to nothing but 1. So imagine, everyone, our answer to a long complicated problem which seems so complicated, right? Answer to this is nothing but 1. Okay, so now we will move to our next question, which will be a lot more difficult, but again we will try to solve them the tricks of awesome maths. Here we go. Find the value of root 2 minus 1 whole to the power of 6. So when we have a problem like this, let us not get scared seeing that it is root 2 and like all that. First step, let us use some algebra. So let root 2 minus 1 is equal to x, right? So then what do we have to find? In that case, we have to find the value. So in that case, root 2 minus 1 whole to the power of 6 becomes x to the power of 6, right? So we have to find the value of x to the power of 6. So let's go from here step by step. We will label this as equation 1. Okay. So now what do we see from 1? From 1, root 2 minus 1 is equal to x, which means x plus 1 is equal to root 2, right? Which means x plus 1 whole squared will be equal to 2, right? So expanding this becomes x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 2, which means x squared is equal to, so we just bring the 2x to this side and the 2 minus 1, so that becomes 1 minus 2x. This is our equation 2, right? Moving on further, let us square this. So x to the power of 4, I have just squared this, so x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 minus 2x whole squared, yeah? Which means x to the power of 4 is equal to, we will expand this. This is 1 minus 4x plus 4x squared, right? But we know that x squared is equal to 1 minus 2x. Do we not? So we just need to substitute for x squared in this equation. So this will mean x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 minus 4x plus 4, substituting for x squared, 1 minus 2x, which means x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 minus 4x plus 4 minus 8x, which means x to the power of 4 is equal to 5 minus 12x. This will be our equation 3. Okay, so clear so far? So we will shift this to the right hand side here because we don't have enough space. So let me just write it here. Now what we do is we have to multiply equation 2 into equation 3. So we have equation 2 which says x squared is equal to 1 minus 2x, and we have equation 3 which says x to the power of 4 is equal to 5 minus 12x, right? So I'll write it here, multiplying 2 into 3. So what is our left hand side? X squared into x to the power of 4. So x squared into x to the power of 4 is equal to 1 minus 2x into 5 minus 12x. So 1 minus 2x, right, into 5 minus 12x. Yeah. Now x to the power of 4 into x to the power, x squared into x to the power of 4 will be x to the power of 6. Now this gives us, we have to expand this, 5 minus 10x, right, these two, minus 12x plus 24x squared. Yeah, which means x to the power of 6 is equal to 5 minus 22x plus 24x squared. Now what we have to do is, we know that x is equal to, here, root 2 minus 1, right? So root 2 minus 1 is x, right? So all we have to do is, we now substitute for the value of x here. So this gives us root 2 minus 1 whole to the power of 6 is equal to 5 minus 22x, right, plus 24x squared. So x squared is again 1 minus 2x, right? So 24, 1 minus 2x is equal to 5 minus 22x plus 24 minus 48x is equal to 29 minus 70x is equal to 29 minus 70 into root 2 minus 1, which gives us 29 minus 70 root 2 plus 70. So what is our final answer? Our final answer is 99 minus 70 into root 2. So this is our answer for root 2 minus 1 whole to the power of 6. Right? Thus 2 minus 1 whole to the power of 6 is equal to this. So wasn't that an awesome way of solving this problem? Okay, so now we will move to our next problem.